Hi everyone, welcome to Girl in the Green Wellies. Today we're talking about tulips. Flowers in the springtime are one of the best things for me to see at the allotment. There's not an awful lot going on, it's looking quite bare, and the pops of colour that tulips and daffodils and crocuses provide to the allotment really do wonders to lift your spirit and kind of get you in the gardening mood. The only trouble is, once the flowers have given off their bloom and have their lovely display of colour, you're left with a bit of a mess. Let's be honest, you don't really want to come into your garden and be looking at dead flower heads all day long. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to try something different. I've never been able to get tulips to reflower. A lot of gardening advice is just to dig the bulbs up and replant fresh ones next year, which is fine. But I want to try and regrow another lovely display of tulips from the bulbs that I've already got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift all the bulbs now. I'm going to let them dry in the shed so that the leaves will wither back, they'll dry and they should protect the bulb. In the autumn, I'm going to plant all these bulbs that I'm going to lift into pots. They will hopefully give me a nice display that I can move around the allotment. I will get some new bulbs anyway to plant in the patch. There's a lovely garden not far from where we are. It's called Annick Garden, and they have in the springtime all the cherry blossom in full bloom, and it's all underplanted with reams and reams of tulips. It looks fantastic, and that's what I wanted to recreate here in this patch. I just wanted a really big swathe of tulips blooming. So I will plant some new bulbs in the autumn, but I want to try and make the most of the bulbs that I've got. So I'm going to lift them and dry them. So last year my vision was to have summer flowers planted in the back. I did plant them, but the winds got them and they just looked an absolute mess. So I tried to dig everything out, but obviously I've missed a few. In amongst all this carnage, we've got the ranunculus. These ones are blooming beautifully and I don't want to lose them. So I am just going to replant them somewhere else in the bed. But now I'm going to start digging up the bulbs and seeing what we have. Remember, if you like the videos, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe on the links below. So we've managed to get all the bulbs dug up. I didn't really appreciate how many I'd planted. In my mind it was about 100, but it's actually closer to 160 bulbs that I planted last year, so it's taken a bit of time to pull them up. One of the things I did notice about the bulbs is some of them are still in the single bulb, but a lot of them have actually divided, which is perfect because by the bulbs dividing, in theory, we should get new flowers from every single one of these next year. I'm hoping that by keeping them quite tight together, when the leaves dry, they're going to start forming a skin around the bulb to protect them. And that's really important for them to stay healthy. We want to avoid any kind of rot. So the next step for me with these now is to put them in the greenhouse, lay them out so that air can circulate. The plant can put all the energy into the bulbs to store for next year. What I would expect is that the leaves will start to turn yellow and dry up, and fingers crossed we'll have some bulbs for next year. So that's everything done for the tulips so far. All I need to do now is put them in the greenhouse to let them store for next year. I've got a big decision to make, what to put in the flower patch for the summer this year, but that's a decision for another day, I believe. Remember, please give us a big thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe on the links below. Please put your comments in there to say how you guarantee that your tulips come back year after year. Do you do that? Do you replant every year? I'd love to hear your feedback. Don't forget we reply to every comment that comes along. Never too late to learn something new. Thanks very much for watching and we'll see you soon.